Iran promised to open the gates of hell, and overnight Israel felt that fury, copying a barrage of missiles in retaliation for yesterday's surprise attack. Tehran launched a wave of strikes, some of which pierced the Iron Dome, raining missiles on Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. As we go to air, tit-for-tat exchanges continue as world leaders plead for calm in a region once again teetering on the brink of all-out war. Iran says future nuclear talks with the US are useless.
Israel's Iron Dome pummeled, bombarded by Iranian missiles, some punching through. Wave after wave, retaliation strikes targeting Israeli military sites, but also landing direct hits on densely populated areas of Tel Aviv and Jerusalem, killing at least 3 and injuring more than 60.
We can see here buildings that were actually attacked and destroyed. There are people trapped here and we try to rescue them.
Melbourne tourist Gideon Cohen was caught in the crossfire near Tel Aviv.
I waited by a bomb shelter sort of by the beach until sort of around 8 p.m. and that's when we got red alerts, and then I started to see missiles that were flying overhead.
He filmed them as he headed underground to shelter for hours with strangers, receiving red alerts throughout the night.
Usually the Iron Dome seems like it's pretty foolproof, and this has been a pretty big shock. I think like when I went to the bomb shelter for the second round, just now at around 1 a.m, the mood definitely felt like it had changed a lot.
Aussie Olympic gold medalist Nova Peris caught 2. It's after 2 a.m. here in Israel. I'm with 11 other Australians. The last 4 to 5 hours have been extremely frightening and distressing. Israel's Defence Minister called the strikes the crossing of all red lines. But to many, it was the inevitable response a day after Israel's unprecedented attack on Iran.
More is on the way. The regime doesn't know what hit them. They don't know what will hit them.
Dubbed Operation Rising Lion, Israel's first hit killed 78 people.
In the past 24 hours, we've taken out top military commanders, senior nuclear scientists, the Islamic regime's most significant enrichment facility, and a large portion of its ballistic missile arsenal.
At an emergency UN meeting, Russia, the first Security Council member to speak, backed Iran, which called the aggression a declaration of war.
These atrocities constitute clear act of state terrorism and flagrant violation of international law. The United States at the forefront must understand that they are complicit by aiding and enabling these crimes.
The US is denying involvement.
The United States was informed of the strikes ahead of time, but was not militarily involved in these strikes.
It's urging diplomacy, but has already moved its warships closer to Israel. 2 guided missile destroyers are now headed for the eastern Mediterranean. The US warning Iran it must broker a nuclear deal.
As President Trump has repeatedly said, this dangerous regime cannot be allowed to have nuclear weapons.
This weekend, we were scheduled to have the 6th round of talks between the United States and Iran. I think Israel has just completely upturned the card table, as it were.
Airspace across Iran and Israel has been closed, leaving tourists such as Gideon with few options.
Flights are all cancelled in and out of Tel Aviv, so I'm just going to see what happens in the next day.
But as dawn broke, fresh strikes, many stuck in a war zone that has the whole world on edge. Ali Donaldson for 10 News First.